we have been receiving requests from a large number of law firms to clarify on interpretational issues without a case. Now that is not a purpose anywhere in the world of pre-notification. You have a case, you have something, you go and say, well, this is what I want to know. So that of course we are clarifying, but let me also say, it is never the purpose of a pre-notification consultation to interpret. It is too early in the day for combination guidelines to be issued, guidances to be issued by the Commission. The jurisprudence is just developing. But we are very keen on looking at serious state, all the issues that may be on your mind, any and all the issues which are on your mind. So I have been telling you, you have an issue which is not covered by pre-notification, so doesn't matter. You give me the issue that's on your mind. Tell me what is agitating you, what is your concern, and we look at it. So I think that is something I would like to share with all of you. Now the last thing I want to mention is that people are always the most important part of any organization. You set systems, you try to set a culture, you give leadership, you give guidance. At the end of the day, the guys who look at the proposal are the guys who will determine the basic way. We have put a small team, but I have personally spent long hours in designing their grooming strategy, their capacity building. I have sent some to other authorities. They have worked there in actual cases. I have sent to, just last week, 2 of my senior most officers have gone to USA. They spent 2 weeks with the FTC and DOJ, and they had access to, unlimited access, so to say, never given normally, but we had worked for it. So, a bright team, positively inclined, and I think fairly well informed. So that's in place. The IT systems are being developed. I have the experience of introducing MC21, which also, MC21 also came in my time as secretary. I think it will take a little time, but we will have a good system. So in brief, what I am trying to tell you is nothing technical, but perhaps more importantly, what is the approach, what is the underlying thinking, what are the systems you have set in place in the Competition Commission to develop a high quality competition regulation capacity. And the only request I want to make to all of you, please let us start this whole business of merger regulation. And I very much like what Mr. Chitra said, we are working all for the society, we have the same objectives. Why do you believe that we are on the other? I don't believe in this side of the table and that side. I've never believed in nearly 40 years of service. I've never believed that we are on two sides. Somehow that doesn't gel with me. The first thing I told the MD of TCL Serve, just forget his name. The first thing when I joined, I found there's a long letter from my predecessor to him saying you haven't done this in MC21, 8 pages of letter. First letter I wrote, I don't believe in I and you. It is we have to do it together, we are partners. And we went along famously. The same I'll say for you. I say let us create a structure which adds value in real terms. And though I'm not an accountant, I do understand a bit about accounting standards. I do understand a bit about IFRS. When David Tweedy came to me in 2009 or 10 and said that you must adopt our IFRS, I said India is a vibrant democracy, we don't adopt anything that anybody else takes. We will look at it. If we agree, we will also promulgate the same thing. If we don't agree with some part, we'll discuss with you. And then finally, we will do what we think is right. So we will adapt, but we will not adapt. And he agreed, he said, no, you are absolutely right. Maybe from your question, we will learn something and we'll change our thing. So I think that is the way we have to go about it. We have to work together. And in this is a request I made to some of the people in the podium earlier, I want to make to all of you. Please let us not leave it to lawyers. I find it interesting to note that though I took care to make it clear in the Act that the authorized, you see the Act recognizes only authorized representatives. The Act doesn't talk of anybody. I mean, the party can authorize anybody, which includes chartered accountants, it includes company secretaries, it includes cost accountants, and includes, of course, legal practitioners. But somehow, in the last 2 years, I find only the lawyers have come. It's a good thing. They're very professional people, they're very articulate people, and before us only the best come. The former attorney generals and the very, very senior advocates have not taken name. The very best come, so we are very happy because everything is presented to us so nicely. But I think for comprehensive, holistic development of mergers and merger regulation, it is necessary that other professions also take the responsibility. Chartered accountants, they must take the responsibility to understand what it is about. And then they must help the Commission together to develop a holistic combination regulation. Well, that is what I think we can do. I am confident we can do it, provided we do it in a spirit of trust and partnership. Thank you.